Welcome back to the next episode of Draft Master Season. We have 2 races left until we start the playoffs. And right now we're going to take a look at the candidates for the playoffs heading into Talladega. I think Talladega is probably the biggest wild card other than Daytona right now for who could make it into the playoffs. And right now, let's take a look at clinching scenarios for some people. As you know, Justin Haley switches out for the 33 in points since he has a win. But Chastain, 1 point over Kyle Larson. Look at all these Chevrolets trying to get in. SVG, Alex Bowman, Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson. And only one of them will make it unless... Well, with Truex not fighting for points, that puts McDowell in it. So McDowell, Cindric, technically Johnson, Josh Berry, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ty Gibbs, AJ Allmendinger, and unfortunately Cody Ware could win a race and make it to the playoffs. Eric Jones is only 20 points back. So Jones on up could potentially make it on points if those guys have bad races, but everybody back here, Hocevar on down, they just need points. Montoya, Mayer, Herbst, they're not, well, Herbst is, but Montoya and Mayer are not fighting for points. Redsloff is not fighting for points. Zilich is not. Yaley is, so yeah. We're going to see what happens here at Talladega. Our teammates Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski lead the point standings. So, let's go racing. And Buescher starts on pole. In second. Tyler Reddick starts on pole, but Buescher starting second. It's pretty good for him to be able to keep that points lead potentially. We have a bad start here, as the 12 car holds us up on that inside. We probably should have jumped up. Even still, Keselowski now to the lead. Here comes Chase Elliott to fight back. He's going to disappear quickly. Keselowski over Cole Custer. Remember, Cole Custer won Martinsville, so he is in the playoffs. And even still, he's inside the top 16 points as well, so he would make it. Now Cole Custer to the lead. Christopher Bell is behind him. Now side by side, Christopher Bell is going to try and take the lead away. He's going to not get it. Here comes Brad Keselowski. And he's going to have the lead now. William Byron in the second. And Cole Custer comes back to the lead. He goes back to it. Chris Buescher has now fallen to 14th from his second place starting spot. William Byron now, who was once looking for the lead, is now falling back big time. He blocks the 60. It doesn't quite work. The 60 continues to go by, but just losing time. Juan Pablo Montoya. He's going to take the lead away. Steals it right from Keselowski. Can they fight back? Remember, Montoya is not fighting for points. So, a win here would be nice, but he doesn't necessarily need it. Christopher Bell, on the other hand, enters just inside the top 10. He's going to have the lead. Cole Custer's going to take it away on the backstretch. And now Chase Elliott comes back into the top 5 with Kyle Busch now making his appearance in the top 5. He's up to second. Here comes Logano. Kyle Busch is going to get the lead from Cole Custer. How about that? Cole Custer back to it now. Keselowski looking for the win, but here comes Christopher Bell again. We do have a top 6 breakaway, so we'll see what happens up there in the next 5 laps. They're starting to fall back. Well, Logano and Bush did. They fell back. Look at how far they fell back. They're going to be... Oh, Keselowski falls back as well. I don't even think it's even that anymore. I think the top 6 have been caught. There's Montoya. He's running in 3rd, but he's a 2nd back, so no. Bell and Custer still hold the top 2 spots, but they are going to start rapidly losing time. There's 4 laps to go. Can one of those two hang on to win the race? Or will anybody... Oh, Cole Custer falls pretty far back as the field... No, he doesn't fall back. The field catches him. And look at the stack up. Bell and Custer hold up pretty much the entire field right there. That is going to suck for the drivers who have caught up and tried to make something happen, only to fail. Daniel Suarez is the leader, but Montoya in 2nd, so the two non-American drivers driving up the field, and now Ryan Preece to the lead in turn number 2 now with Josh Berry pushing. Here comes Brad Keselowski and Cole Custer. Ford makes up the top 4 now with Ty Dillon in 5th. Oops. No. There we go. How will they hold on? The 21 slips back. They lose pace. Will the 60 have help? Not much. 2 laps to go and they get back to the line. Let's see. Have people fallen off from the field? Yes, they have. Big time. Once again, all of RFKs in the top 10. Remember what we talked about? Michael McDowell being the last driver to potentially have a chance to win a race and get in. There's possibility. But Cole Custer trying to hang on. 4 wide for the lead. Who's going to have it? Larson. Now Nemechek, if he can win again, he's automatically in. All John Hunter Nemechek needs to do is hold off Larson, McDowell, and potentially the rest of the field. Not working, though. The 71 goes to help. The 60 and the 41 on the outside. The 12 tries to help the 42. It doesn't work. 4 wide for the lead again. Preece to the point. Looking for win number 2 on the season. I think we only have one driver who has 2 wins, and it's Buescher. So RFK proving themselves as a powerhouse this season. The 42 just needs to get that 2nd win. Or, well, really, he just needs to make it into the top 10 in points. The 41 pushing the 60, looking for his 2nd win of the season. It would be his 3rd career win. Not going to happen. Ryan Preece through the tri-oval is going to lead them back to the checkered flag. Here comes McDowell, though. Preece wins it at the line. By 3/100ths of a second. Oh, and 5/100ths of a second, pretty much, over Custer. Wow. Did anybody get lapped? I know the fastest lap will say 50 seconds, and you're a lap down. Okay, well, Stenhouse got lapped. Gillen, Ware, Gibbs all got lapped in this scenario. Unbelievable. What a finish. McDowell coming up just short. And Nemechek as well, looking for that 2nd win. Bell, who was up front most of the race, fell to finish 10th. At least he got a top 10. Montoya fell to 16th. Byron to 17th. Logano was up front at one point. SVG. Tyler Reddick started on pole, only to finish 21st. Suarez fell to 22nd. Man. A lot of bad days for a lot of good people. But Chris Buescher and Brad Keselowski holding the top 2 spots with 1 race to go in the regular season. And we're going to do that race at Dover. Buescher has it pretty much locked up at this point. Blaney and Elliott need to have bad races, and Priest needs to have a good one in order for Priest to make it 1, 2, 3 for RFK. Let's take a look at that bubble now. Haley in exchange for the 33, of course. So SVG by 3 points is out to Denny Hamlin. Never mind. This changes everything. With Nemechek being 31st in the standings, considering Truex is technically not fighting for points, Nemechek has it by 3 points over Hosevart, technically. Which means Logano over Hamlin by 3 points. So a lot of 3-point scenarios. Okay, and we are going to go and race Dover. Now there's a couple clinching scenarios. There's a couple potentials in this race. General Mills or Kroger? We're going to go with General Mills for this race. So let's see if we can get that third points position and make it a 1, 2, 3 for RFK. How convenient that our teammates start first and second. 16 laps of Dover and 16 drivers is what will be slimmed down to in the championship fight. And obviously, the point standings in the next few videos are not going to matter, and I will do the points based off of the real point system that NASCAR uses, what I'll use for the playoffs. So 40 points if you win, 35, 34, 33 for second, third, fourth, and so on. Now 23XI trying to put a car in the playoffs. Reddick should be good. But if he lets his teammate win, then they could both probably make it, because Reddick should be good on points. And how about RFK? All 3 of them right there, but the 6 fell back big time. The 17, they've fallen. They're outside of the top 10. Almost. Buescher did start on pole, and now he's 13th and dropping. But Bubba Wallace is driving the wheels off of his car, trying to race his way into the playoffs. Reddick is looking for a win, but, race manipulation by manufacturers is not allowed, so if you can take it, then just take it. So, that's the rule. Penalties will be given out for race manipulation, of course, as Bell proved with Martinsville. And speaking of Bell, he's going to take the lead over Chase Elliott. Justin Haley, if he can win again, right? He's guaranteed he's already going to make it in, but still, if he can win again, that'd be pretty sweet for that team. Keselowski up to 3rd, so even though he fell to 10th, he's still going strong, trying to win this race. And potentially take the points lead from his teammate. If there's a will, there's a way. Oh, Keselowski, it looks like he might have this covered up if he can just hold him off, but Bell to the inside. And of course, you've got to be fucking shitting me. Oh my god. For the 4th time this season, this is the 2nd time I'm racing the General Mills scheme, and both times have ended in smoke. Literally. If we can just limp around for a good finish, I'd be happy with that. How far back is the next guy? 2 to go for Bubba Wallace before he can potentially clinch a spot in the NASCAR play. Oh my god. in the NASCAR playoffs. They're going to catch me quickly. Yep. Oh, I'm holding up Hamlin. Uh-oh. I'm about to cost him. Oh, but there's Larson. So, I'm so about to screw Hamlin over. 26th because of that blown engine. And Christopher Bell is going to deliver for win number 1 of the season. He beats out Tyler Reddick and Ryan Blaney for it. And Bubba falls to finish 5th. Chase Briscoe gets his best run of the season. I'm pretty sure he's in the top 16, so he'll make it. Oh God, what a breakaway here. Well, we only managed 26, so that's not terrible. Nemechek is not going to make the playoffs because he finished second to last. I can guarantee that. So these are the drivers who make it in. Let's start by... Oh, we don't even need to exclude Will Brown. He actually, I feel bad for him now since he lost that much. But with Haley, oh, Bubba Wallace misses it by 7 points to SVG. Wow. Just needing a good run. And of course, Nemechek did not make it. Absolute shocker right there. So that means your playoff field is the drivers who are top 16 in points. Chris Buescher wins the regular season championship, gets those 10 bonus playoff points. Keselowski 2nd, Blaney 3rd, Elliott 4th, Reddick 5th. Then Bell and Briscoe, Priest, which is us, Busch, Custer, Byron, Ty Dillon, Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, SVG, and Justin Haley. So a couple shocking names on this list because we're Priests. You had to expect that we were going to win at one point. And now we have 2 wins. But the real shocker is Cole Custer having won a race and finishes 10th in the regular season standings. Kyle Busch 9th. I didn't expect that. But the biggest surprise had to be Ty Dillon being very consistent in the regular season and putting himself 12th. So, pretty decently well above that cut line so that he didn't have to worry. Hamlin and Chastain completely sold, or I sold them. Depends. McDowell looked like he could have made something happen, but he did not, of course. So we'll do Kansas and open up the playoffs in the next episode.